Why did I want to go solar? Because I really wanted to use clean energy. Because we have so much sun, we can harness it and use it, and we won't be polluting. It's just so clean, and I really wanted to do something great for the Mother Earth. If you're thinking of doing solar, your roof has to be pretty much practically new, or if your roof isn't almost new, you have to have a new roof put on. In our case, we had to have the whole roof torn off because it was very old and the wood was no longer sturdy. First thing, I looked a lot online, did a lot of research, went to a Green Fest from PSE&G, the electric company, to get some information. I called up the lady at the BPU, the Board of Public Utilities in New Jersey, and she told me to fill out an application for the grant, which I did once I had picked a solar company, and they help with that because it needs to be filled out, all the technical terminology by the solar company you're going to go with. And of course, to find a solar company, as with anything, get about 3 estimates to see who can give you the best deal, because they can give you an estimate based on your electric bill. You can scan it and email it to them, and they can look your house up on Google Maps to see if your house is even appropriate to put solar on it, if you're facing the correct way, don't have any trees or other impediments blocking you from the sun. They can pretty much do all that through the email and talking to them on the phone without having to come anywhere near you. Once I picked the company, we started filling out forms for the PSE&G solar loan, because that's a whole process there to go through the loan process. That takes a while to get that through, and I will note that you do have to have pretty decent credit to qualify for the solar loan, just as with any other loan. So, but they do. It's about like 2/3 of it for the loan. That'll cover 2/3 of it, and the grant pretty much covered about 25% of it. But we'll leave you with a little bit lacking, so you do have to find some alternative financing to cover you in between, because the solar loan won't go into effect till your system is up and running, basically. And of course, you have to get quite a few inspections, the solar company, the township you live in, and then you have to wait a little bit for the BPU to come out and give you yet another inspection. So there's quite a lot to go through, but it's all worth it in the end. For those who don't qualify for all the loans and everything to get the money, they do offer solar leasing. They will put the system up on your house and all, but you're basically leasing it. You don't own it. So if you want to use clean energy really bad, and you just can't get up the money to do it, to own it, there is alternative means where they'll still own it, but they'll put it on your house and you get the use of it. So that's something to think about. And the roof has to be basically less than 6 years old, so they do have to check your roof, because of course it makes no sense to put a solar system on a roof that's falling apart. And a note on the solar loan. I will be paying for the solar loan with SREC credits, which is from the energy I am producing. What we are not using, the difference between what we're making and not using, will be turned into SREC credits. And because I borrowed the money, I will be paying the loan back with SREC credits to PSE&G instead of cash. So that was the reason for getting the solar loan in the first place, because it's a long-term loan, and you can use SREC credits, so you don't have to pay with cash. So if you didn't have the loan and you actually had paid for it already, you would be making back money on your SREC credits. So instead of me getting it, I'm giving it back to the electric company in payment for the loan. So to get information in whichever state you live in, contact your local Board of Public Utilities, and they would be able to help you with questions.